The room was loud, but inside me everything went quiet. My wife's brother was still laughing. A wet, careless sound, confident, public. His words were still hanging in the air like smoke after a gunshot. "You should be grateful she married you." Plates froze halfway to mouths. Someone coughed. Someone else pretended to check their phone. My wife stood up so fast her chair screamed against the floor. Her face was red, not with shame, with loyalty, not to me. "Apologize to my brother," she said, her voice sharp enough to cut glass. "Or get out of my house." My house. The word landed wrong, like a bone pushed through skin. I felt something old inside me stretch awake, something patient, something cold. I stood, slowly, the kind of slow that makes people stop breathing. Her brother straightened, already preparing his victory face. The smirk arrived early, lazy and practiced. He thought I would shrink, beg, swallow it. I walked to him. Each step measured, each breath counted. I could see it in his eyes, the certainty, the assumption that I was weak because I was quiet. I stopped an inch from him, close enough to smell his drink, close enough to hear his heart change rhythm. I looked at his mouth, then his eyes, then back to his mouth, and smiled. Not the kind that shows warmth, the kind that shows timing. But this story didn't begin at the dinner table. It began 3 weeks earlier, with my wife's phone lighting up at 2:11 a.m. She was asleep beside me, her face peaceful, innocent in the dark. The screen wasn't. One message, no name, just a contact saved as a single letter. "I miss what's mine." I didn't touch her phone. I didn't wake her. I just memorized the glow of that sentence, burned it into the soft part of my brain where trust used to live. After that, everything became sharper. The way she guarded her screen, the way her laughter changed pitch when her brother visited, the way conversations died when I entered rooms. Small things, invisible things, the kind only a man who is being replaced notices. I told myself I was tired, paranoid, cheap explanations for expensive pain. But then came the dinner invitation. Her idea, sudden, urgent. "Family should be close," she said, not meeting my eyes. Her brother sat across from me that night, relaxed, familiar in my space, wearing my comfort like it belonged to him. He knew things about her day I hadn't been told. He touched her shoulder when he laughed. She didn't move away. And when he humiliated me, slowly, surgically, she didn't defend me. She defended him. That was the moment the last doubt died. Not loudly, not dramatically. It just laid down, like an animal that knows the knife is already inside. Now I stood in front of him, the room holding its breath, my wife waiting for me to break. She didn't know I had already broken. Weeks ago, quietly, perfectly, and I had used every broken piece to build something she couldn't see. I apologized. Not to him. To the room. A soft sentence, polite, empty. The kind people accept because it makes their lives easier. We finished dinner. Laughter returned. My wife relaxed. Her brother winked at her when he thought I wasn't looking. I watched everything, stored everything. That night I began counting. Her calls, her lies, the 15-minute errands that took an hour, the way she showered the moment she came home, like she was trying to erase fingerprints from her skin. I never asked questions. Questions warn people. I collected facts, phone records, a shared cloud account she forgot to log out of on my laptop, hotel confirmations hidden in spam folders, photos deleted but not destroyed, and then the final detail, a medical report, blood type. His didn't match the story she told me about her childhood illness, but it matched something else, something impossible to misunderstand. I printed everything. Paper feels heavier than truth. 3 days later, I invited them both for coffee. Neutral ground, public enough to prevent noise, private enough to allow silence. I slid the envelope across the table. Didn't speak. Her brother opened it first. Confidence first, then confusion, then color draining from his face like someone pulled a plug. My wife reached for the papers. Her hands began shaking before her mind caught up. "No," she whispered. That word again. "Useless." He stood up. I stayed seated. He tried to speak. Couldn't, she cried. Loud, messy, public. I watched her, like I'd watch a stranger drown behind glass. I know, I said quietly. That was all. No accusations. No questions, just confirmation. The waitress came with the bill. I paid. Left a tip. Stood. My wife reached for my sleeve. Her fingers felt unfamiliar. I chose him years ago, she said. I just needed you to build a life around it. Honesty is a luxury people offer when they believe it no longer matters. I leaned closer, so only she could hear. You didn't choose him, I said. You chose silence. And silence always belongs to the one who plans longer. I walked out, blocked their numbers before the door closed, filed the papers 2 days later, changed apartments, changed routines, changed my name on social media. Some people disappear to escape pain. I disappeared to preserve it. Pain is proof something was real. Control is proof it's over. Sometimes I imagine that dinner again. His smirk, her voice telling me to leave my house. I smile now, not because I won, because nothing in their world can touch me anymore. I don't miss her. I don't hate him. I don't feel anything where they used to live. And that is the most precise revenge I could afford.